Hi, let's take a look of horizontal scrolling. It's the latest version. If you have the latest version of Adobe XD, you will get these new features. But in this video, I would like to show different prototyping tool and to show the steps to create horizontal scrolling, and you can compare which tool is better for your prototype. So let's jump to XD first. And then you create a new project in XD. And if you want to do horizontal scrolling, you have to make sure the content is wider than your phone's size. So the first thing you need to take a look is the width of your artboard. Okay, I'm using iPhone 10, 10s as the artboard, so the width for this phone is 375. So I just create one more. This is my content. Okay, I can create a full width. Okay, 200 height, and the width is 375. And I just want to add a little bit of a radius and just set it to have some color and just remove the border. Okay, so this is my content. All right, so if I just using this content, that's no horizontal scrolling because the content is not wider than the phone size. So I need to extend, okay, or copy and paste, but in Adobe XD, all the people were using repeat grid. But before that, I just want to add some space on the left and the right. So I just adjust the width -20. So I just make 10 and on the left and 10 on the right. And I also wanted to add some tags, so you know this is the first content and the second, and go on. And I select both content, go to repeat grid, and I can extend horizontally, so it's easier, very easy to create this horizontal content. Okay, so make sure at the right edge is still reserve 10 pixel, and you need to take care about this because after you enable this repeat grid, you will see the Adobe XD will using the left edge of your content as the repeat grid group. All right, if you check the layer, you will see this group, and then you don't have this 10 pixel spacing. So you need to double click to select the content and just move to the right. Okay, so I have some space. So now, okay, my repeat grid, okay, and the right edge, I still need to add 10 pixel here. So when you do a horizontal scrolling, you still have some space on the left and right. So the total width of this content is 1500. All right, so this is very important when you set the horizontal scrolling, the content width, the spacing. You need to make sure it fit to your artboard or your grid container. So the next step is select the content and go to the right hand side. You will find a new icon. Is horizontal scroll, vertical, or both directions. So I just enable the horizontal scrolling, and you will got a new border. All right, a new group here is called a scroll group, and inside this you will got your repeat grid and your content. And if you preview, and you will see now I have a horizontal scrolling. All right, so to make it easier to see, I just go to the repeat grid and change the content. This is the second one, the third one, and the fourth content. All right, so if you preview again, all right, you will got a very quick horizontal scrolling. All right, so if you're using the latest version about XD, you want to preview on your phone, make sure you also update your Adobe XD app on your phone if you wanted to using this horizontal scrolling. So now you don't need to add more artboard, do auto animate, and you just need to enable this option, and then you will have a very fast horizontal scrolling in Adobe XD. So let's jump to Figma. All right, so I just copy the content. So remember this content. The repeat grid is the content of these 4 cards of my, okay, to do the horizontal scrolling. So I just copy, and I go to Figma, and I already opened the artboard of the same size as iPhone 10. So the width of this artboard is still 375, and I command V to paste, okay, the content. So this is the content. So I just move it to the left edge to be slapped to the left edge of my artboard, and make sure it's inside the your artboard, and then I can create a frame in Figma. So I have frame selection, and I need to set these frames to the same width of my phone. So I change the width of the frame is 375. So it's a similar hierarchy. Is I have a content and also have another group as a parent, and this group is smaller. Okay, the width is smaller than the content. And then after you have the frame, you can go to the prototype and set the overflow behavior to horizontal scrolling. And if you preview, you will have the same interactions just like AdobeXd. So similar step, if you're using Figma, you still have this horizontal scrolling very quickly. So let's take a look about Origami. Okay, Origami is from Facebook, and it's a different workflow than AdobeXd and Figma because you're using patches and do some visual programming, but it's a great tool. Anyway, let's take a look about the content again. I just copy the same content. It's the repeat grid, and I go to Origami and paste content, and I try to align to the middle. Okay, and in Origami you don't need to set anything because the content is wider than the phone, and I just need to go to here to select the trigger, and I just enable scroll X, and I already have the scrolling. Okay, so it's similar than just like XD and Figma. But if you look at the scroll patch, all right, in Origami, you will see the scroll X has two different mode. Okay, here is now current is called a free mode. Free mode is mean you can scroll horizontally, but sometimes the content will stop in the middle. All right, so not very good if your content have a text. You better feed the content to the center of your screen so it's easier for the people to read the text, and you don't want to stop in the middle. So in Origami, you can set this using paging. So after you set the paging, you will see the interaction will have a slab. Okay, so you will see every time you scroll horizontally, and the content will stop to the middle. Okay, to align to the middle of the artboard. So it's a more easier for task content. All right, so this cannot be done in AdobeXd and Figma, so you need to take care. You can still do it in AdobeXd, but you need to add auto animate. I mean, natively support is not allowed in AdobeXd. Even the updates now allow horizontal scrolling, so you need to take care. If you do horizontal scrolling, there's two different modes, free or paging. You need to double check your prototyping tool whether you have a free or paging scrolling, and depends the content to pick your own prototyping tool. So let's jump to Protopie. Okay, Protopie is great because Protopie can import the AdobeXd content that will keep all the layer hierarchies and also the position. So it's easier for integrates both XD and interaction using Protopie together. So I select import XD, and I just import all the content of this XD file, and I just click import, and you will see it will keep all the hierarchy, okay, the repeat grid and also the scroll group. So this scroll group in the Protopie is you need to resize it to fit the font size. So I just change the size to 375, and if you scroll down, you already have the native scroll option. So if you select scroll, you have a vertical or horizontal. You just select horizontal, and you will have the same free scrolling. All right. So if you enable paging, you just select paging, and you also got the same features just like Origami. Okay, so it's very quick. All right, if you want to do horizontal scrolling in XD, Figma, Origami, and Protopie, you will see the step is similar. Still have a content wider than your phone, and you will have a container that will have the same width of your scroll area. Sometimes it's full width, sometimes you can, using different size. But for Origami and Protopie, we still have a paging. So it's up to you to design which prototyping is better for your prototype, but you need to take care horizontal scrolling. We have two different interaction, free or paging. So that's for this video. I will see you in next video. Bye.